Hello everyone, welcome back to pre-recorded live stream, the only live stream that is pre-recorded. For my drink today, I've got my water here with me because I just found this out and bear with me here. If you don't drink this stuff, you fucking die. So that's pretty crazy. So I'm gonna be doing this now. I recommend y'all do the same. I didn't believe it myself when I found out about it. I believe it's part of Joe Brandon's woke agenda, if I've heard correctly. But let's just get right into it, folks. We're gonna be talking about Creepshow today. We're talking about Junji Ito. We're talking about Mortal Kombat. We're talking about 3 to 4 additional things that pop into my brain during my ADHD and being alone in this room fueled ramblings. But let's get right into it. Thank you for joining us at pre-recorded livestream, the only livestream that is pre-recorded. I'm your host Shane. Yeah. Okay, the first thing we're going to be talking about today is Creepshow. So I talked about this last week, and I talked about 3 of the 5 shorts in it. Creepshow is a 5-part horror anthology movie, and it was a great time. I recommend this for... I was about to say anyone. I do not recommend this for anyone. I recommend this for people who really like things like The Twilight Zone and Treehouse of Horror, and stuff like that. Just like fun horror stuff that doesn't take itself too seriously. If you don't mind like gore and like swearing, then yeah, it's a really good time, especially during the Halloween season. The first one we're going to talk about today is called Something to Tide You Over. I also talked about this in my video for this week, the Secret Junji Ito Reading Guide. Please go check that out over on the main channel, Casual Classroom. I'm actually recording this before I post the video for the first time ever, so this is very weird feeling. I've never done this where I'm like, go watch that video please. I feel wrong, like I'm like, that video isn't real, it doesn't even exist, how could they possibly watch it? But I think it's up when you're listening to this, hopefully. So yeah, Something to Tide You Over, or as I like to call it, Murder Beach. So okay, this one, it stars, which I did not realize this in the moment, which I'm kind of shocked by, because I've seen both of these actors in quite a bit of things, but this one stars Leslie Nielsen and Ted Danson. So Leslie Nielsen is from Airplane. He's also from Creepshow. And Ted Danson is from Cheers and The Good Place and also Creepshow. Leslie Nielsen plays a evil businessman who owns this South Carolina looking beachfront property. It's that kind of sand swept beaches with the long grass, and it doesn't look too hot or tropical, but it doesn't look rocky and craggy like the northeast. And this guy Ted Danson is apparently has apparently been sleeping with his wife, but that's that's part of the intrigue, is that you don't really know what's going on for a large portion of it. And so he buries Ted Danson on the beach, up to his neck below the high tide line. So if he doesn't hold his breath correctly and gets washed up in it, the tide will drown him. And so it ends up drowning him and his the villain's wife, his I guess mistress. And they both die, and up until this point, my girlfriend and I, we were on the edges of our seats. We were so intrigued about what was going on. We had been making jokes up until this point the whole movie, and during this section we for the most part shut up immediately, which is how we tend to know if something is really good. But and then after that, and there's actually a really cool shot where Ted Danson is drowning underwater and his eyes are fully open, and there's this bright red light behind him. This is another thing that I really liked about Creepshow, is that the coloring really helps it feel like a comic book. Because if you've read a lot of comic books, if they're especially horror comics, if they're like impact shots where someone's going like, ah, the background isn't going to be like just like what the background is, like a wall or something, because that's boring. And also, like, sometimes might be hard to draw if the background is like pretty complex. So you'll put like a fun like bunch of colors behind it. It like emphasizes your pose, draws attention to it, adds to the mood, and also fixes some like artistic problems there. And they did that in this, and it was really cool. Uh, I might put that here. We'll see if I find the effort to do that. Okay, the second and final part, kind of Creepshow that we're gonna talk about. What was this one called? Hold on. Creepshow shorts. The best shorts in Creepshow 1 or 2. Those are literally. I like this bit of me impromptu looking up things, throughout the show. I found some literal Creepshow shorts. Those are cute. They're like basketball shorts. They're those like crappy like mesh ones. Oh man. Oh, this is a really specific memory for me. I was in like I went to a Catholic elementary school, so I was in our like Catholic elementary like school basketball league with the other like private schools in like the area. And these look like the like kind of shorts we would get if they didn't have the like nice shorts. And oh my god, they were like itchy and so hot. I don't know, like people in the past like were just like, oh well, when we work out, we should obviously wear a burlap sack and some winter coats. And we didn't like figure out until recently, I guess, that like, oh, it's fun to work out not with all of the fabric in the world on. You know what? No, you know what it was? It was the Puritans, I bet. Of course it was, because it was like when we were like the Greeks and the Romans. I'm saying we as just like as if like I could like trace like one me back ago was like an exact copy of me, but like in like the 70s and then like the turn of the century and like back before then until like you go back down until I was like a Roman guy or a Greek guy. And there it's like we knew that like, yeah, it's awesome to only work out in little shorts. That feels great. And then, you go up a while and you're at the Shane who like is Amish and has like a chin strap beard or something and is named like God Only Hope Saves. Uh, I saw this crazy post the other day of like extremely like funny puritanical names, and like one of them was like God's love is the only salvation. Like that was like the guy's first name. Oh man, shoot, where was I going with this? This is a bit at the at pre-recorded live stream over here on Casual Classroom Podcast is bad bits that build on themselves, and then I forget where I was going. Okay, I was talking about Bug Apartment. Right, okay, I was calling it Bug Apartment, and I was gonna look up what the actual name is. You know what? I tried. Oh wait, there it is. Okay, they're creeping up on you. Okay, I found it. Cool. We can talk about that now. Okay, so they're creeping up on you. This one is about this very rich businessman. It takes place in the future, presumably, although the only part of it that looks like the future, because you do see like out this guy's like apartment window, is this guy's apartment. The rest of it looks normal. So I do like envisioning that and there's no like future like technologies. Well, I guess to my knowledge, this was made in 1982. A lot of this could be future technologies I wouldn't know. It could be like, we thought of this thing called a peephole. It's like a door in a hole. And like people in the past, if you told them that, would be like, well, golly, take all my money. This is the craziest thing I've ever heard of. And 10 years before that, they went, oh, I'm going to kill you because this is clearly magic. The past is so silly. Okay, but anyways, so this is about this very rich, comically evil, like capitalist guy. I don't know what he does. It reminds me of that one scene from Always Sunny where Charlie is asking Frank about Atwater, his company, and goes, what does Atwater make? We make money. I feel like this guy runs a we make money company, but just insanely evil. Like this woman calls him, who is the wife of a guy whose company got taken from him in a hostile takeover. And she's like, he killed himself. And he's like, well, now I don't have to put him on the board of directors. Booyah. Suck it. He's really cool. I really like him. He's a hero. He's my hero. And he's very obsessed with cleanliness. And so obviously, immediately, bugs start infesting his apartment. Yeah, this one, pretty simple. Bugs infest his apartment. They might be real or not. They do one of those, like, reveals at the end where, like, it looks like there might not be any bugs, but also the bugs, like, literally rip him apart, so who knows. This one did scare me, though. I don't like bugs. I don't like them. They creep me out. Actually, let me clarify here. I like a bug. They can be very cute. Like a little beetle, a roly-poly. That's just wonderful. I see that, it can brighten up my day like that. No other. You know, I see a wasp or something, I'm horrified of them. One of my first memories, I was 3 years old, I was at the pool, I was minding my own business, I was shooting people with a water gun, but not wasps. So I guess I wasn't minding my own business, but I wasn't minding the wasp's business. One just lands on my arm, I look at it, stings me. What the hell? That's one of my first memories. So now I'm very scared of them. Not fun. I don't like it, because, like, the thing is, if you live in a lot of, like, apartments that, like, aren't, like, you know, that, like, new, and they're, like, motel style, the outside of them has a lot of wood, so I've had a lot of times where, like, hives will be, like, right outside my door. Like, I was living at a place one time, and there was a beehive literally, like, right outside of my door. So, that summer, leaving and entering my place was its own, like, trial every day. Before I went and did anything any day, I had to face my own, like, trials and tribulations of combat. Maybe we'll talk about combat later, who knows, y'all? So, like I said, the bugs ripped this guy apart. Also, he is, like I said earlier, he is, like, super duper evil. He's also, um, uh, like, also considering that this is probably the future, maybe the most racist man on the planet. Like, his, like, I think it's, like, the super of the building or something, is a black guy, and he says, at first he says, people like you do well in these sorts of people of service, and so it's like, positions of service, and so it's already like, oh, well, you know, saying that because he's black, this guy's racist, and then he goes, yes, you people of color, or like something like that. It's like, whoa. Like, and I also don't think that it says people of color. So yeah, you know, he gets ripped apart by bugs, but it's pretty cool. It's all for the better, I guess. I had a dream last night that my apartment was infested by bugs, and that was really scary. Man, so unpleasant. One of my least favorite dreams I've had in a while, I gotta say. No, like, that's a nightmare. That's not a dream. What am I saying? I don't dream of that. Okay, so next we're gonna talk about Junji Ito. So like I said, this week, when this is posted, I guess, you can go watch the secret Junji Ito reading guide over on Casual Classroom. I think I'm proud of this video. I don't know. So the way that I had this video idea was, so A, like I say in that video, my Tomy video still does really well for some reason. I have no clue why. That video is very old, and I just personally do not think that's good. Like, I don't think I'm proud of my videos now, but, like, I'm sure in the future, like, I won't, like, love these ones, but, like, I'm not gonna feel the same way about them that I feel about that Tomy video now. I cannot watch those ones from back then, but I'm glad people like it, you know? So yeah, and then I was thinking, like, well, I want to do another Junji Ito thing, but I wasn't sure if I wanted to, like, specifically review a manga, because, like, I'm not very good yet at, like, editing in, still pictures to have, like, very much movement, so I kind of want to stay away from that until I find a way to, like, practice that a bit and get better at it. But yeah, so I decided to do this, reading guide, and it is a real reading guide, so go check that out. But we're just going to talk about a few Junji Ito things today. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to talk about is Black Paradox. Let me go do a roll to go get this over on my bookshelf. So, Black Paradox is a little mystery book. I believe it's pretty recent. Let me go see if I can find the publishing date here in the back. Okay, so it was made in 2009, so it's not like new, but like for Junji Ito stuff, it's also not like super old either. But yeah, it's a little like I guess I would call it a mystery kinda. It's more of like a dark like adventure. I don't really know what genre to call it like besides like, like horror like the rest of his stuff. But it's about this group of four people who plan to commit suicide together. They're called the Black Paradox group. That's, why it's called Black Paradox. And I don't want to spoil anything else. It is so, so good. It has this nice matte black cover with a white orb on it with the four main characters' faces and the title here. It is just fantastic. It's a really short read. For Junji Ito stuff, I guess you would sort of consider it like a novella, if anything. But it is just fantastic. It is super fun. You could finish it in one sitting if you'd like. And yeah, I just super recommend this one. I don't want to spoil anything else. So next we're going to talk about Romina. Sometimes I hear it called Planet Romina. And that is because this story is super fun. So it was published in 2005, so a little bit before Black Paradox. And it is about a giant planet showing up at Earth named Romina. And it I'm looking back through it right now to like remember some more of the details to share to get you in on the pitch of it here. But so yeah, it's this planet that comes to Earth in the future, and I believe it follows this pop star chick. I gotta start researching these more, but it's really fun to see a Junji Ito story that takes place in the future, and the art is fantastic. Also, the coloring in this like hardcover edition that you'll find at like any bookstore is so nice. Obviously, it's like black and white still like in the actual story, but the front and like back inside parts are colored and just made very nicely. These Junji Ito collections are always just given such love and care. It is so sweet. Sometimes I give them a little hug and a little kiss, and I snuggle them as I go off to dreamland. But yeah, Rumina is a really good one. The thing is, I don't want to spoil very much of these at all, so I'm not going to be talking about these very much besides like a very small pitch and telling you like when it was published, I guess. The next one I'm going to talk about a little more though. So okay, the final thing from Junji Ito I'm going to talk about today is a bit of an interesting one. This is No Longer Human, illustrated by Junji Ito, the original novel written by Osamu Dazai. This novel has been friendlyly called A Man's Suicide Note. So it is a super fun read. Yeah, this is an illustrated version of Dazai's novel. So the novel follows a young man growing up in Japan, and let me get the specific year here. In 1948, he's like 30 or so. I read this one a really long time ago, and I don't remember it super well. It is really heavy, especially some of the stuff that it covers with like sexual violence especially is very difficult to get through at many times. It's not a fun read at all. It is a very impactful read, however. I think that it's a really great manga. I would imagine that's also a really great novel. I haven't read the novel, however. But yeah, it's a really good novel. It's really heavy. Yeah, it deals with some very interesting like political topics as well. The main character for a bit falls in with a like I would say like rather small communist party in China, and this is post World War II. It's post World War II in the story, I believe. I mean, even if it's like slightly pre World War II, the vibes in Japan are not favoring that way. So yeah, but it's a very interesting read. So I guess I would recommend checking it out. I really I'm really on the fence about it. If you are okay with everything I've said up until that point and you're feeling like this is going to be an interesting read that you would like, absolutely go for it. Yep. Okay, so the next and final thing we're going to talk about is Mortal Kombat. I had to do the little bit of the song, even though I'm not even that generation of Mortal Kombat fan. I'm a Mortal Kombat 9 kid. You know, when the games like got good, and became like fun to play, and had like good mechanics and stuff. You know, I don't know. It genuinely baffles me. When like I get that like people have like the characters and like the aesthetics that they like more, but like when people are like, man, the 3D games were better, and it's like yeah, the ones that played like controlling a hot dog with a wet mouse. Like, what are you talking about here? Like, can we just live in reality for a moment, please? But anyways, so this is Mortal Kombat 1, the reboot. And so this actually came out like early September, but I wanted to save a little bit of money, so I didn't get it for a little bit. Ended up getting it last week, and oh my god, this game is so fun. So the first thing we're going to talk about today is the story mode, because if you don't know, these NetherRealm like fighting games, uh, they the the story mode on them is just like super cinematic. It's really pretty. They've been doing these really nice ones since Mortal Kombat 9 when they took over the franchise. They've also made the Injustice games. Uh, I hope that they make Injustice 3 one day. Let's get moving on that. We had a pretty good cadence there with Mortal Kombat Injustice, Mortal Kombat Injustice, Mortal Kombat, Mortal Kombat? I love this Mortal Kombat game. I should have had my silly little superheroes fighting in there at some point. That should have been in there. We're not putting that in there? Is that because we hate Shane? Is that because we want Shane to die? Is that why? I don't know. So, the story for this game, it starts with Liu Kang is now like the Raiden figure. He is now the like fire demigod, and he recreated the universe. And Geras, who used to be like Kronika's henchman, he is now the keeper of time. Because apparently Liu Kang was for a bit, and he was like, "This sucks. I want to go fight people." That's not actually why. He was like, "I might be driven mad if I keep doing this." But honestly, I feel like the reason would be that it seems like it sucks. You gotta sit at that hourglass all day, look at it, and just be like, that's not right, and like fix it. Oh, that would suck. I don't want to go hang out. He just gets to like hang out in like a noodle shop and like find people to hang out with and then go fight people. His life seems way cooler after he stopped being the keeper of time. That seems like it sucks. But anyways, yeah, so I played this with my girlfriend because she has never experienced any Mortal Kombat, I don't think. And so this was like a really good entry point for her. And also it was really nice for me because like I really like Mortal Kombat, but like a lot of the things that I was expected to care about, I could only like hypothetically care about because I never saw them in the games that I played. Like those things happened in games like super long ago, and they also just like happened like on a text screen in that game, which is another gripe I have with people being like the story used to be better. It's like, well, it's easier to like just write a text post and put an image of that in the game as opposed to like have like a fully like acted scene. Like I feel like one of those like even if like the story isn't as good, there's a little more like juice to that, you know what I'm saying? But it was a really fun time. So the story follows what the plot is that Mortal Kombat happens, so they gotta like assemble some Earthrealm people, go to Outworld, which has kind of been like recanonized as like opposed to being like an evil desert of hatred. It's like just like a like magical version of Earth, like more so. Like not in the literal way where they have like magic New York, but like it's just like the like magic realm, whereas we are the like normal and like slash like science realm, I guess. But then very quickly things go off the rails because Kronika okay, yeah, Kronika is manipulating like certain people that like used to be villains that have been reduced to being losers in the new timeline so they're not threats. like Shang Tsung, Quan Chi, she like elevates them to new positions to like overthrow the Outworld government, which is led by Sindel, and try to get them to invade Earthrealm. And then it turns into a whole like multiversal timeline thing, which normally I would be really against this like level of fan service. But man, I loved it. So, this game has a ton of different Mortal Kombat characters show up from like other timelines with like twists on them. It's like it can be as simple as like, oh, that's like evil Scorpion. That's evil Raiden. But it's also like that's Sonya Blade Kano? What? Like, oh, that's if if Kano was like I don't know why I picked two Kano ones. Okay, I'll do another one. That's like if Shao Kahn like had like a hammer. No, I'm thinking of Goro. It's like if Goro had like a hammer. And, God, I'm getting so excited. This is like when it was like when I was watching it last night. I just finished this last night. It's so good. It is so good. It's so fun. I'm not gonna spoil any of the rest of them, especially because I want to make a video on this game's story mode because the fan service is like exactly what service should be, which is that it caters to me. But anyways, we're moving on now. Okay, next up is the fatalities. So I'm mostly going to talk about this like pretty briefly. The first thing that I really like about the fatalities is that at the end, you and your cameo fighter, which is like your little like buddy that is a like Mortal Kombat character that they didn't want to make a full character, who you can like call in as an assist. They're like standing with you. They did a really good job at like making you and the other character like feel like a team in this. You do your like X-ray with them. They have like throws. You do your like fatality with them. But one great thing that they fixed was they had this sort of issue in like Mortal Kombat. I remember it the most in X and 11, where they would reuse a lot of assets throughout a lot of the fatalities. Where like I think in 11 it was like a lot of eyeballs. In X it was a lot of brains, and so like it just became kind of like I don't know, like you would see a lot of eyeballs popping out in Mortal Kombat 11's fatalities. In Mortal Kombat X, there were like a lot of times where there was their brain, and it just like got a little stale. But these ones are really varied. I don't even know if I've done most of them yet. I haven't. I've staved myself from looking at them, so each one of them has been a surprise for me, which has been really really fun. But yeah, God, I love this game. God, I love hyperviolence. Okay, so as the final part of our Mortal Kombat 1 pre-recorded live stream talk, and just this episode in general, after this we'll be doing the outro, and then I think I'm gonna have a snack of some sort. I'm not sure what I want to have. I was thinking of having some cheese and crackers. That might be good. I could make some pasta. Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to see. But anyways, we are going to play Smash or Pass with the roster. And first off, so I am not attracted to men. However, if you are one of these people that plays Smash or Pass and is like, oh, well, they're a guy, and like, I'm not attracted to guys, so like, pass, you're a loser. Like, that's like if you like play, that's like if you play Would You Rather, and someone's like, oh, well, would you rather get eaten by a shark or electrocuted? Like Donald Trump recently talked about in one of his speeches, of course, as we were all wondering his thoughts on this. And it's like if someone asked you that and you went, well, I don't want to die, so I would do neither. Like, oh, cool. Well, we all want you to kill yourself because you suck. So, but yeah, Smash or Pass. So I've got the main roster list pulled up here on the MK1 website. I've got the cameo roster list on another website. I couldn't find on the main website. They like annexed them somewhere else. It's very weird. I don't like that they've made an underclass. It makes me very uncomfortable. So first off, we've got Liu Kang, the new fire demigod. Smash. I mean, like, out of respect. He has saved the universe multiple times, I'm pretty sure. Like, I think that anyone should let him hit out of respect. Okay, and you know, he's a handsome fella. That's the other thing. These people, these are not video game characters. These are real human beings that they trapped in this video game, and I'm convinced of this. They gave Baraka Tarkat. That's a fact. That's a real guy that has that disease. These faces are real. These people are real. They're too realistic. It doesn't make sense to me. But next we've got Sub-Zero, aka Bihan, comically evil in this game. Yeah, I'm gonna say pass. This guy's awful. He, he talks like this. He talks like he's doing, a less stupid and more edgy version of, Christian Bale's Batman voice. And, oh my god, he's so evil. I think he doesn't just, kick puppies, on his way home. I think he, plans his routes around where can I kick the most puppies and children. So yeah, no, pass. I hate this guy. His little brother, Kawhi Liang, I don't know. I guess Smash. I don't know. It feels weird. Him being the little brother is and this is kind of an insult to me because I'm the little brother, but also I'm the only cool little brother that's ever been invented. All the other little brothers are losers. Yeah, I think I'm gonna say pass. I'm on the fence with this guy. I just don't care about him that much. And he's as attractive as the rest of these guys. That's also the thing is obviously any of these people besides the monsters, if you saw them in real life, it would be yeah, that person is perfect. But the bar is raised when you're only populated by these people. Next up we've got Katana, Smash. Uh, Next up we've got Johnny Cage. Wow, I'm actually realizing they really didn't do that much with Katana in this game. Luckily we get another version of Katana later, and I actually really liked what they did with her. That was actually one of my favorite moments of the game when we got to see her. So next up we've got Johnny Cage. So we've got Johnny Cage. I think I'm gonna have to pass once again. Man, I really thought that more of these were gonna be smashes. I'm gonna be real, but I'm realizing that a lot of this cast, they're personalities I don't love. I like them in game. I don't really know how to explain this. Uh, but yeah, man, Johnny is just kind of insufferable, quite frankly. Uh, it is tough, I'm still gonna play it, I had that whole thing earlier about how I'm not gonna, be a loser about this, but it does impact it that I don't really care about his gorgeous pecs or his rippling abs or his big old biceps. Yes, I think I really do think pass on Johnny Cage. Next we got Kenshi Takahashi. This is my main. Smash. Immediately smash. But A, real talk. A, this guy's a baddie. B, I respect the work he's doing. C, he has ghost powers. That's pretty awesome. D, he's doing some cool organized crime stuff, but in maybe kind of a cool good way. And yeah, he's a handsome fella. I also finished the game playing him, so he also kind of saved the universe. With the Liu Kang thing, I feel this is sort of I feel I'd be almost not saluting every security guard I see here, which I do, and you should do. Uh, Next up we've got Kung Lao. Pass. Kung Lao is if you've never experienced any of the Mortal Kombat stuff, Kung Lao is kind of a perennial loser. I would not be caught dead. Let's just leave it at that. Melina, also smash. So Melina in this game, normally Melina is a clone made by Shang Tsung. And actually, I feel I should also talk more about how Katana is in the story, because, they change everyone quite a bit. Katana is still a princess. However, she is not the heir to the throne. Melina is. Which actually I was a little confused by. Me and my girlfriend both were, because Katana acts like the older sister, but Melina is the heir to the throne. So presumably she is the older sister. And they never even have one of those easy lines where Sindel, who's their mom and the queen, goes oh, Melina, you're the older sister, but sometimes I'd swear you're the younger one. They could have just done that, but I don't know. It was just kind of confusing, but maybe I missed it. But anyways, Melina in this game actually has Tarkat, which is the disease that makes you like Tarkatan, like Baraka. So she is slowly turning into a monster, but she is very, very pretty, and I like her. So smash. I might start speeding this up. This is gonna take a while. I'm only on the second row of these. Oh my god, I still have the cameo people. I guess I'll talk about them less. Raiden. Okay, Raiden in this game, little farm boy, kind of a hero man. I don't know. He's kind of plain looking. He's kind of like a kid-ish. Like not like really, but like I don't know. He's like framed as like a youngin in the story, I guess. So no pass. Rain. Yeah, no, he's just kind of an evil, like ambiguous prince, and also the water powers. That's a lame power. Pass. Smoke. He is also part of the Lin Kuei in this. Oh, I guess he usually is, isn't he? Whatever. He's like adopted though, which is part of the reason why Sub-Zero hates him. I feel bad for him, I guess. Smash out of pity. Lee May, Lee May might also be a smash out of pity. Lee May is the saddest woman in the world in this game. She is pretty, but like with I said earlier with like Scorpion and like Johnny Cage, she's not like any more pretty than like the like average like looks like the women like in the cast. So I feel like it's kind of like a like normal like average person. But she is just so mopey this whole game. That's another pity smash. Baraka, no. uh, you shouldn't catch STDs in general, and that is way, way worse. No thank you. Okay, next up is Tanya. Yeah, smash for Tanya. She's really pretty. She's got like an athletic build. She's the leader of the, I think it's called the Umgadi. They're like a royal like guard group in this. And yeah, she's cool. That one's a very, like, yeah, smash. Gearus. No for Gearus. Very boring, man. Uh, he's just so boring and so bland. I don't like him very much. I like him in the game fine, but man, no thank you. Next up is Reptile. On the one hand, he's kind of got that like edgy bad boy thing going on. On the other hand, he is a reptile, and he's got his like human form. That's his like edgy bad boyness. He's got like these cool tattoos, but also he literally has like a reptile alligator form. So not a fan of that. Havoc. This guy is like literally a rotting corpse, I'm pretty sure, and he also only has half of the skin on his face. That is going to be a pass. Ashra. Oh, man, she's really cool, and she is one of my mains. So, like with Kenshi, this is, like, bumping her up quite a bit. But I don't know. She's got that demon face, and, like, since she's not really, like, a demon anymore, it's not very demon-facey, but you can tell. You can definitely tell. So, pass. I'm sorry, Ashra. Sindel, smash. She is very pretty. She also is very rich. And yeah, maybe I could get like a vacation or two out of that even. We'll see. Maybe I could play my cards right, get a nice little outworld vacation. Could go to the Living Forest. Talk to... Oh, wait, no, the Living Forest is full of corpses. I forgot about that. I don't want to go there. That would suck. Never mind. I named immediately a pretty depressing place to go on a vacation, especially. Next, we've got General Shao. So this was Shao Kahn. Was the Khan of Outworld. Is now just a general serving under Sindel. Pass. He's evil and annoying and a dragon man. Next up is Natara. She is voiced by Megan Fox. Not well, but she is voiced by her. Man, she's pretty, but her voice is very weird. I don't like it. Oh yeah, she's like a vampire woman. She's got wings is the other thing, and I don't know. I'm not really about that. I'm just not a fan of that idea in general. Shang Tsung is up next. On the one hand, like, he's very funny, and, like, I kind of just want to hang out with him. I think that's where part of this is coming from, is that I just kind of want to, like, be his buddy. But also, I feel like he'd be mean, and, like, I feel like I just don't think he'd be a very good partner. He's very catty, and I just don't want. You know what? No, pass on Shang Tsung. He also like tried to destroy the universe. Like two different versions of him did. Next up we've got Reiko. This is a JROTC kid. Pass. Okay, so now really quick, we are gonna pretty much like fly through the cameo fighters here really quickly on this. Just gonna briefly tell you who they are. Okay, Cyrax, Yellow Robot Man, pass. Darius, generic Kung Fu guy, also pass. Frost, very cold woman, pass. Jax, Carl Weathers, smash. Kano, arms dealer, Australian, pass. Kung Lao, pass. Motaro, horse cyborg man, pass. Scorpion, that's just Scorpion. Also, I'm pretty sure he's the skeleton man, pass. That sounded so stupid if you don't know what Mortal Kombat is. Sector, red robot man, pass. Sonya Blade, attractive woman, smash. There we go. Woo! Striker, pass. Sub-Zero, Ice Ninja Man, pass. Okay, well, thank you for joining us, y'all, but I think that is pre-recorded live stream. We'll be back here next week, hopefully. Also, go check out the main channel, Casual Classroom. Go check out my new Junji Ito video, I guess. But we'll see y'all next time. Goodbye.